Hello and welcome to another episode of Motors for the Masses.
And this week we are at Clements Moto in Kent and we are looking at 3 new 310 motorcycles from ZONTES. Roll the intro.
The ZONTES 310 range have 3 very different models available. They are the Adventure T310, the Naked R310, and there's a Sports Tourer which is the X310.
These ZONTES bikes actually have 313cc.
Having around 300cc, these bikes are within the A2 category licence for motorcycles, which makes up around 10% of the UK bike sales.
Yeah, there are a lot of different bikes that can be compared to these. Suzuki do the V-Strom 250, KTM do the Duke 390, you've even got the Yamaha MT-03 that can be put in the same category, and of course the Kawasaki Ninja 400. However, in this video we are pitching BMW's G310R against the Naked ZONTES, which is the R310, so you'll see that come up in a little while.
These bikes, unlike most other low-cost machines, ZONTES have spent 3 years in development and are all designed from scratch. They are not a copy of something else. That also includes the engine.
Now, what is special about these bikes? Well, they have a keyless start. Yes, you have a little fob, so you don't actually need a key to start the bikes. And that's the same with the locking of the steering. It's all done automatically. Now they come with a 1.5 meter range and it locks automatically when out of range. Now the best thing about this is there's no ignition barrel, so it makes them very difficult to steal. They have other features as well. Of course, they've got Bosch switchable ABS. The swing arm has a mount on it for the disc lock. And there's got lots of different features like the X310 and the T310 have adjustable LCD displays and everything's electronic, including the petrol flap. Now how cool is that?
Also, other features include diamond cut wheels, cold touch exhaust, which we know this for a fact as we checked this after an hour's riding, and surprisingly the exhausts were cold to the touch. This makes this a delightful ride for any passengers, especially as the system is made of stainless steel.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. I mean, some of the other features as well is they have a monoshock in the rear with a nitrogen airbag, and one of the big things about these is that they use lithium batteries. Now, they are becoming quite popular in bikes now, but this has a sleep mode with it and a wake up button as well. So you've got a little hatch and you can wake the system up if it goes to sleep. And if the battery runs out, you've got a DC socket that you can plug it in. I mean, it's all very technologically advanced. Some of the other features, they've got an alloy swing arm, it's got a USB connectivity for outside devices like your GPS and phone and stuff like that. And it's just a wonderful looking bike, and they've spent a lot of time and money on development. And these are really moving forward with the times.
Okay, all 3 models of these bikes will accommodate luggage boxes. The X310 comes with them as standard. Also, you can fit shad 35 or 36 boxes to the other 2 models.
Indeed. Now also these bikes have 2 different modes. You've got an eco and a sport mode, and they use different mapping. Now eco mode is ideal for touring, however if you rev up to 7,000 RPM it will switch to sport mode because it will recognise that you're being a bit more aggressive with the acceleration. And then once you release the throttle and go down in the revs, it'll switch back to eco mode by itself. That's pretty cool.
Okay, so I'm out on the BMW G310R Instantly I noticed that there's a long travel on the rear brake lever, and also the gear lever is a little short for someone like me with big size 11 big feet.
Yeah, I'm on the ZONTES R310, and one thing I noticed is it's actually got pretty good pickup. When you first pull away, it's pretty good. Now these engines do have a 12 to 5 or 12.5 to 1 compression, which is a high compression ratio, and the BMW only has a 10 to 6 or 10.6 to 1. These bikes do have an oil-filled frame as well, and twin oil pumps with a dry sump, so you've got slightly less drag. And I'm noticing a bit better performance.
The BMW has 34 horsepower and 21 foot-per-pound of torque.
The ZONTES has 35 horsepower, so just one more, and 22 pounds-foot of torque. Again, just one more, but it seems to be making a difference.
The BMW gets on quite nicely, but the engine can be a little bit rattly at times, I've noticed.
Okay, now it's my turn on the BMW, and I completely agree with what Jamie was saying. It does feel a little bit more rattly on here, and the pickup, even though it's pretty good, is not as good as the ZONTES. The other thing I noticed about this BMW is that you're actually sitting in it. Now, when I was on the ZONTES, I was noticing that there's not much of a frontage, so it's just me and then road. And for me, that's not really something I enjoy.
Yeah, and I actually agree with Mark. On this ZONTES R310 that I'm on, you actually feel like you're sitting on top of the bike rather than in it. Also, the throttle response seems a little snatchier at low revs. Okay, other than that, the R310 rides really nicely.
However, as you go up this hill, you can see just how much nicer this ZONTES back end is over the BMW. It actually comes to a point with a lovely light layout, whereas the BMW is just a bit sort of,
Okay, the colours available for all three models are the ZONTES R310 Naked comes in a grey and blue or grey and green. The T310 Adventure Sport comes in grey and orange or grey and blue. And the X310 Sports Tourer only comes in black.
Well, what about the prices? Well, let's start off with the BMW. The BMW G310R comes in at £4,620. Its comparative ZONTES bike, the R310, £3,850. That's one hell of a saving. Well, I mean, that's unbelievable. I know where my money would go. Now, the X310, the Tourer, that's £3,899, and the T310, £3,999.
Having the opportunity to have ridden all of these bikes today and been a sports bike rider myself, I thought that R310 Naked would be the choice for me. But actually, after riding them, the T310 Adventure bike is one that gave me the most confidence in riding.
Yeah, I agree. I wanted to love the R310 because it looks awesome. However, I just can't seem to get over the fact that there's nothing between me and the road because the dash is just a little bit too low. So you don't have sort of the feel that anything is in between you. That's what I like about the X310 and the T310. You've got the high dashboard there, and you've got the screen. And don't forget, that screen is adjustable, and it does seem to make a lot of difference on wind resistance, whether you have it up or down, above or below 60 miles an hour. So it's definitely an advantage. Overall, my favourite was the T310, the adventure bike, followed by the X310, and then lastly the Naked R310. However, I do see that it has its market. I feel it's probably aimed more towards the younger market and not towards the old gits like me and probably Jamie and possibly even Malcolm. But anyway, all three bikes will be available soon in our AR Motorcycles showroom, so watch out for them coming pretty damn soon.
Okay, so that brings us to the end of another episode of Motors for the Masses. Thank you all for watching.
Please come back next time when we'll be back with more bikes and more cars and, of course, more projects. And we'll bring you the details or the remnants of our first bike meet at AR Motorcycles. So, until next time, please don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and all that gubbins that Malcolm usually says. Who is here? He's the other side of the camera. Hello, Malcolm.
Hello.
Very good. So, until next time, please ride and drive carefully.
But have fun.
But have fun. Bye!
Bye.